Welcome to the Power Lunch Podcast, your midday dose of boldness, brilliance, and a little bit of badassery. I'm Amy Souza, here with my powerhouse co-hosts, Tracie Munce and Lisa Carmichael, and we're coming in hot to shake things up. Each week, we dish out bite-sized, high-impact conversations on business, health, purpose, wealth, and the wild, beautiful chaos in between. Whether you're building your dream, rebooting your story, or just catching your breath, this is your space to get grounded, inspired, and reignited. This isn't just another podcast, it's your power move. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Power Lunch Podcast. Lisa Carmichael here with Tracie Munce. Amy is still off, but we look forward to having her back next time. Today we welcome back a guest that we had on the Power Lunch Podcast, probably like episode 3 or 4. Sheila Hittner. She also was a speaker for one of our Power Luncheons. Yeah.
She's also the first repeat podcast guest.
That's
just saying.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I saved that little nugget.
That's an honor.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and for the very reason of we love you to pieces. We love everything that you have to say because you are a wealth of wisdom. People don't know the knowledge that you have, and I got a little glimpse of it when you were in the mastermind. But you were a restaurant owner, and now you are a certified health coach.
Yes, I added that this year, so you're never too old to add something.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
that's for sure. And Keith and I, real estate. He's 38 years. I am 35 years, and just after my own health crisis 12 years ago, needing to clean up the home and the body, then it made sense to educate all of our real estate clients and educate them. And I just led me to, he said, you got to get out, you got to get to the community and just share what you know. And people, we were just talking a little bit off air, people don't take their health seriously until it's too far down the road or until they really feel bad. And I always like to educate people. I can't force anybody to want to make a decision, but they don't know what they don't know. I didn't know that your cleaning products is like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Like who knew that, right? Till I went down my own health crisis. So I'm 62. I feel better than I did in my 30s, and I say if I can do it, anybody can do it. And it's really a blessing to be able to be at where I'm at in my life, where there is I'm not forced to have to have a certain income with real estate. I'm not forced to have a certain income with my Young Living business. I get to, and I'm blessed to be able to help people at my own pace, and there's no pressure, and that just feels really good. Now, I want to say I worked really, really hard for 35 years to get me to the point where I'm at the financial stability. Also helps to be married to an accountant.
Okay.
That was his first life.
Okay.
But I mean, it's really a blessing to be able to be at this phase of my life and just to be able to support people.
So what would you tell your younger self then, Sheila?
My younger self, you can't look back, right? And always, I wish I would have, but I wish.
Right.
Right. That I would have known sooner. For example, there's a warning label on the cigarettes. I smoked 2 packs a day. Like, why didn't I really pay attention to the warning signal? But we have the mentality that, right, it won't happen to me.
Or I'll quit someday.
Exactly.
Why would they sell them? Obviously they can't be that bad.
We were on vacation one time, and there was a guy next to us that was smoking. This was years ago. And he was from Canada. And I am not kidding you. The cigarette package on the cigarettes in Canada, they literally had like a person, skinny, skeletal, in a medical bed. That was the advertisement on the outside of their cigarettes. And to this day, I still have that box because I said, can I have that? Because I want to show it to people.
Also gave a lot of money to the.
Yes.
I mean, I worked in. I don't know if you knew this, but I worked for R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company.
Did you
so
really?
I worked for Camel, Winston, Salem, Vantage Now, and
Okay.
I mean, I remember one time we were putting stickers on all the cigarette packs, and a woman came up and she just started like accosting one of our staff members and saying, you killed my husband and blah blah blah. And come to find out, her husband died of lung cancer, and our corporate line was, there is no conclusive evidence that shows that cigarette smoking leads to cancer. Multiple years later, my mom died of smoking cigarettes. But it was, but then also you can look at, R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company and, Winston or Philip Morris. They now own food companies. They've transitioned into owning.
Right, because the cigarette smoking dissipated, and now it's like, okay, what else can we find to put our money into? So
that's going to, and again, it's not about creating health.
No,
it's always about creating wealth for those companies.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe in natural. I believe that that's just the way to go. Why wouldn't you? It's what God gave us. He gave us plants. He gave us real food. And I wish I would have read the label on the diet pop, right? Because that was aspartame poisoning that I had. I thought I was having heart attacks.
But that's not on the bottle.
There's warning of aspartame though, isn't there?
I don't think it's on the bottle, but it might be like on a box, like a case box, but I don't know that it's actually on
the bottle.
Itself. I don't know. But we all know that that's bad. But again, so my younger self, I wish I would have really invested in looking into what I was putting into my body and what it was going to do.
I always think back to that Friends episode when Ross looks at the condom box and he's like, what? Only 99.whatever%. So,
that's hilarious. I think, Lisa, what would you say to your younger self, knowing what you know today at 0.6 or at 6.2?
I would allow myself more grace, that just a better realization that things will always work out. I move forward in life. I keep reminding myself of that. Things will work out.
That's such a good one.
We will figure it out. It does not have to be such a drive force to solve every problem, to find every solution, that God's in control. And a lot of times, I've finally realized that, even though there are things I don't understand, I don't need to understand. And that trusting. Yeah. So telling my younger self would be just to trust a little bit more and be open, just to allow things to be what they are meant to be. I'm grateful. My parents raised me, with that mindset. I think, in our 20s and 30s and 40s, we are in different stages and we react differently. I would set boundaries. Would you?
I never set boundaries with people ever. And I would definitely set boundaries now, for sure. And that's maybe, I learned things the hard way. So.
It's like, I got this. Like, move over. She was a little snarky. She felt like she knew everything. And I think what I resonated when you were talking, it was that it took you 35 years to get to where you are today.
Yeah.
And, certainly I think that time could have been, when I look at where I'm at 20 years later after owning the restaurant and knowing, the growth that happened, I probably could have done it in less time. Had I like paid attention a little bit differently.
Also wasn't in God's time either.
Absolutely. And also I think that, we're in a time right now that there are more things more information available to us that wasn't necessarily freely available back then. So, it really, I think that if I had my older self talking to me today, is to say, hey, start right now.
Yes.
Wherever you're at, start right
today.
now.
Start
Don't
today.
worry about
Yep.
what you didn't do 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even 5 minutes ago. Just like if you're drinking a Diet Coke right now and you're like, I know that this is like my body is telling me to stop, then stop.
Yep.
Right now.
And we don't listen to our bodies.
Right.
That's the other thing. When I'm working with people, they are not in tuned, paying attention. They just feel like this is age and I should feel like this and it's just the way it is. Okay, perfect example. A year and a half ago, I hurt my knee at pickleball. Okay, so MCL sprain, PCL sprain, meniscus moved, root tear, and a Baker's cyst, and I did not do surgery. And I thought, if I have to, I will, but I don't know if I do. So why would I just jump to that?
Because that's what the medical system
Because that's
would
what the
tell you.
medical
Sure,
system
sure.
says. Just get me in here and take care of it. And my chiropractor, she's great. And she read the MRI results because I had a separate one done because I have health share, not health insurance, but that's a whole nother story. And
Me
so
too.
I went to a open MRI place that you just pay cash pay for an MRI. Okay. So she explained it to me and she said, I know, Sheila, I know you and I know your belief, but you need to get a consult. And I said, oh, see, if you send me to a consult, then that really means that they're going to really force
I'm on
me.
the road.
Yep.
Yep.
And I said, no. And she's like, I know you believe in all your things. And I said, I believe in them. Yes, I do. Am I a little bit more dedicated than probably the average person? Yes. Did it take a little bit more time? Yes. You did my essential oils. I did, my PT guy makes house calls. Could I have been better at my PT? Yes. But I'm a zero pain tolerant. So trying to push through that was a little uncomfortable. And, I just did all the things I needed to do to heal. And I had a great friend who understands tissue and that whole element. So I had her in my back pocket.
That's right.
And she's like, Sheila, this is tissue. It will heal. And so that was really, really nice. And that's what I like to think of myself as a cheerleader to help you with whatever it is. But there is prolotherapy and ozone injections. And I thought, okay,
Do you use Dr. Kramer?
I did. George Kramer. Yes, he's great.
I love
He's
him.
been on. We have a health and wellness radio
Oh my
show, and
gosh,
he's been
he's
on the
like one of my
show
favorite
numerous times. And I didn't want to just jump to it right away because what if I didn't need it? Because I didn't know. And so I got to the point where it was like, okay, is this my new normal? Do I have this little weird feeling in my knee? I was like, okay, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time I go do prolotherapy and ozone. They're natural. I'm all about it. I went and it was the saving grace.
Yep.
And we have to, as a society, lower our inflammation levels because when we do that, then it takes away so many other places in the body that are bothering you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm okay. A year and a half later, I'm back to 2-3 times a week. I played 4.5 hours straight the other day.
That's awesome.
And so my point of that is it can be done. It's just not natural. When something's wrong, we just go to the doctor and this is what they know and this is what they say. And I just encourage everybody to really seek out somebody, ask for a referral for somebody that has a natural referral source.
Yes.
And just start that conversation before you go down that road. Because I can't tell you how many people I talk to at pickleball and they're like, my knees have never been the same since surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. Yeah. So, and my thing is, it's always the last resort.
Yeah.
Like that's always the last resort for me. So really, listeners, just don't jump to Western. Mm-hmm. Really seek out and have a conversation with somebody to look at what your other options are.
I had a friend that 2 years ago, she was jumping out of an airplane.
Oh.
And
she wouldn't do that.
Well, no, it was her final.
Oh, of course.
And she cracked 2 vertebrae,
Oh, yeah.
shattered them, and they immediately said surgery. and she had been practicing Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation and
yep.
a lot of different modalities. So she chose not to have surgery. And today, actually, she's in Cancun, standing on stage with Dr. Joe Dispenza, sharing her story on how she healed her back through meditation and other natural path modalities, prolozone being one of them.
Yeah, we have to get our emotions in check too.
That's right.
I mean, people do not realize the level of where your emotions are at and the sickness that is creating. I don't know if you've ever heard anger is held in the liver. I mean, I know a few people that were not nice people, very angry people. And what, there's, oh, geez, I'm just drawing a blank on her name. But there is a connection between your emotions and your organs and all of the things. So I thought I had back problems for years, and here it was the emotions that I didn't deal with my alcoholic sister. So once I dealt with that, I have no more back issues.
Someone just said that lungs and relationships, if you have
lungs can be grief. Lungs can also be, or grief can also be in the digestion. So there's a lot of connection. Louise Hay, that's who it was.
Sure.
Like Louise Hay is, just Google Louise Hay and you will go down a rabbit hole. Have time.
So my mom died of lung cancer, and my dad had passed away 10 years before that, and he was the love of her life, and she was also a chronic smoker. So that we were having this conversation on how because they're twin, right?
You're soulmate.
So,
yep.
Yeah. Anyway, such fascinating. And we were having this conversation just the other day on somebody that is a cancer thriver. And Lisa asked the question, actually, and was like, why do you feel you got cancer? Because she lives, a
healthy life.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Like her motto is all about, abundance in longevity living. And, she was very clear in saying, man, I had a lot of trauma from my youth, and I don't, and it was unprocessed.
Yep.
Yesterday I had a massage, and I haven't had a massage in a long time. And just
do you have
hearing,
a 2 hour?
It was 2 hours. She did Reiki afterwards.
Very
But
nice.
her conversation was exactly that. She said, I feel like there are some things going on in your shoulders and in your core that were unresolved. And when she was doing the Reiki, she felt like she released some. And I have my next appointment set up, because here's the reality. Whether it's truth or not,
Right.
it's truth to me.
Yes, exactly.
And how I get to live my life, the way that I woke up this morning feels different than the way I woke up yesterday morning prior to that massage. So it really comes down to mindset. And I love what you say about plants and like eating. When we eat a certain way, it changes how I look. Like the view of world looks different.
Yep. My brother came last week, and he brought this protein energy drink, and he didn't like it. So he was going to give it to my husband. And I looked at it, and I sucralose. So, I mean, there's so many names around fake sugars that people don't even realize what the fake sugar is, but it's poison anyway. And so I tasted it, and I gagged, and I said, this is so god awful sweet. How could you even drink it? And that's the problem, is all of these foods that have all of these sweeteners in it, we are tainting our taste buds that we don't even realize that asparagus tastes good anymore. Right? But, so it's a whole process. I mean, the 2 years that I spent with a naturopath and no carbs, no dairy, no sugar for 2 years, I'm telling you, coming out of that, it's because of liver failure and parasites and all sorts of other things. But coming out of that, when I was able to have a cookie or something, I couldn't eat it. It was disgusting, because your taste buds change and your body knows, right? Your body knows, and you know how your body feels. And, back to the emotions, have a little scanner that you hold, and we can run the scan for emotions, and we can see what oils come up for what emotions. And then we have a whole process that you do with affirmations, the oil, and it is so accurate.
I love that.
It's freaky how accurate it is.
Emotions or hormones?
Well, they're all have a play in it, but like you said, your friend that eats healthy and
That's right.
all of the things, if you're not dealing with your emotions, they're going to cause you problems.
But the
gauge, you can do it. It'll come up for emotions. It'll come up for hormones. It'll come up for digestion. It'll bring whatever is most calling for in your body to deal with. Yeah, it's fascinating.
The other day,
there's so many tools out there now that there never, used to be able to help people with these kind of things in the natural world, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The other day I was with my 5-year-old grandson, and he's a snacker, loves snacks. Like he'll eat snacks over everything, right? And he's like, Tay, I really want this. And it happened to be chocolate. And I said, you know what? We're going to do a little test, buddy. I want you to do this. I want you to stand up and I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to feel your body right now. And he's like, okay, I got it. And I said, now I want you to hold this. And if your body goes backwards, you don't want it. If your body goes forwards, then let's eat it. He put it up to his heart and he goes, nope, don't want it. And then later on, he went back to it and he goes, still don't want it. I'm like,
we do. We
so
teach how to do that with your body. That's muscle testing.
Yeah.
So we teach you how to do that. Some people's yes is backwards. So you have to figure out what yours first. But we teach that. It's fascinating to people. And it's basically how I eat and how I take my vitamins and my supplements. So I'm quick to it. So I don't need to go through the process when you're first learning of like truly sitting there, standing there, asking your body. So I can sometimes even look at something and my body will go forward or backward. But you can do it with anything. Like, for example, my body does not like nightshades 3 days in a row. Nightshades are tomatoes and eggplant and things like
anything
that.
that's grown in the ground.
So I'll just test myself for it. I can still have it. It's just my body. Will I pay for it? Well, I don't know. I might be a little digestion, if I do. It's not like I'm really sick or anything from it. But why wouldn't I use that tool if I have it to be able to support my body?
Well, the other thing is it's freely given to us.
It's freely, and taking the time, stopping, thinking, and being
inward.
aware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oof.
Do you weigh your food?
No.
That's why when you said my body doesn't need nightshades. Oh, because I'm
not
measuring
3
out
days
my
in a
food.
row is
Yeah.
what she said.
Yeah. And it's because I measure.
Well, measuring is different than the nightshades are actually poisonous. They really are. That's really what they are. So you Google nightshades and it's so to your body, depending on each person, some people can't eat nightshades at all. Now, in my experience and all, the 12 years that I've been down this journey, I truly believe God made our bodies to heal, and you can heal, and you should not feel sick, in pain. You just don't have to. Is it a lot of work to get there? For some people, it is. For some people, they're finally ready and they're ready to do anything and everything. There was an event at our house. We rent out our pool. And these girls, they're in their 20s. And it was, 10 o'clock. And they were wrapping up the party. And they said to Keith and I, now I'm 62, Keith is 72. And they said, wow, my parents are already in bed. Like, how do you guys do this? And I'm thinking to myself, girlfriend, I run circles around people, my kids, my grandkids, and how and why can I do that? I'm not taxing my body with absolutely boatloads of chemicals from this younger generation, perfumes and, oh God, all these crazy selling lotions and just all the stuff that's affecting their adrenals and their reproductive organs and more. Like, I don't do all of that. So just back to the food. If you eat what God gave us, your body thrives. Okay, you can have fruit and you can have the sugar in those fruits, but your body knows what to do with that. Your body does not know what to do with man-made Snickers.
Right.
Right? I would
So good.
encourage everybody to watch the Plastic Detox. It's a new Netflix documentary on the amount of plastics that we are taking in and what it's doing to our body. And yep, I see that. And then I have
I was in a hurry. I had to
that's
grab
all
a
right.
bottle of
You know,
water.
80-20, right?
Yeah.
So I say you can control what's in your house. Outside of that, you can't. I know that if I go out to eat and I get a chicken, it's going to be pumped with antibiotics and everything else.
That's right.
And so when I go home, I know that I'm going to probably take 8 detox that night because I want to process and pull all of the crap out that was in that chicken. But it's just, you have to like know how and what you're taking in and what it's doing to your body, and then know what to do, right? And that's what I love to teach. I love to teach on the medicinal properties of essential oils and truly how to detox the body and start to feel good again, for sure.
You are so, I literally could sit at your feet for hours. I love talking
You're
to you.
so
And
sweet.
I seriously, and you know, here's the thing. You just mentioned 80-20,
Yep.
right? Like you probably live more 95-5, right?
Probably,
But
yes.
I mean, that's the lifestyle that you've chosen,
Right.
and you've cultivated a lifestyle that, you know, even going 80-20 can feel, so start even 20-80 if you need to, because
start
a lot of
something.
people haven't even started.
Yes, there was somebody that I can't remember who it was. He brought out like a scenario of McDonald's, like the cost of McDonald's. If you ate at McDonald's X amount of times a week, how much money that was, and then if you went and you bought chicken breasts and you bought something, it's cheaper and it's better for you.
Right.
Right? But we did a 12-week women's walk you through how to de-stress, because you're not going to release weight if you can't get your cortisol levels down, if you can't get your stress levels down. It's just this whole education process for 12 weeks. And we gave them a weekly challenge every week. And these were simple. Weekly challenge every week. Like you go home and you do not sit at the table with your phone. You eat with your family and you make a meal just one time this week. Like, so that 80-20, like just start with something because it's going, you're going to feel it and you're going to enjoy it and you're going to turn it around.
Yeah. And celebrate when we do those things.
Yes.
I think that we've gotten so wrapped up into the routine of doing something that when we do something that feels different, but it's good, we have to celebrate those moments because we have to start stacking them. Right.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
And journal it if you
Absolutely.
need to. I'm not a journaler, but
I love
a
to
lot
journal.
of a lot of people are. So whatever the routine is or whatever it is that you need to do and implement so that you don't forget it, you're aware of it, and you celebrate it,
Absolutely.
rock on.
Ah.
Do it your way.
Well, our time. You're going to be our first third guest.
Okay, all right.
'cause
Is there
seriously-
should be some sort of
Yeah.
sticker.
Can we just do this every week? Let's just stop. The podcast is changing. It's now the three of us just talking this. 'Cause
That would be
I
great.
could
That
sit
would be
there all
great.
day. Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome. Thank you,
Lisa.
guys.
Yeah, I want to hear about your trip next time.
Oh, that's right.
I
You
wanna
just
hear-
went to Ecuador, right?
Yes, Ecuador, to Young Living's farm and spa, and it's an amazing experience. And you go there for treatments, and so they have a lot of unique treatments that you can't get here.
I was reading about youth, Young Living, and what an amazing
It is
company
amazing.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing you these last few years, Sheila, it's just, I've seen the changes in you.
Oh, hopefully good.
Yeah, definitely. the
Well, you now
good.
have Fringe, and it looks.
there
love
you
it.
go. There you go.
So, what a gift for you to join us on the podcast and to be part of Glass Ceiling. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. If something we shared sparked a new idea, gave you a fresh perspective, or simply made you feel seen, we'd love for you to pass it on. Share this episode with a friend, a colleague, or a fellow powerhouse woman who's walking her own journey. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Until next time, keep showing up, keep rising, and remember, there's no ceiling you can't break through.